Hey, my Juju Bees, welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday, y'all. So excited for the weekend. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll be so excited if you did. I hope you lovelies are having a great day. If you're not, I hope that it gets better. I'm on the road to 200 subscribers. I did not even check, but I think I'm at like 189. So I'm like 11 away. So come on, tell y'all friends to tell their friends and we all can be friends. So I'm going to make this video kind of quick, or I'm going to try to go as quick as I can, which I know I get caught up in a moment. It's Shot Friday, okay? Today is Shot Friday. I remember I asked y'all, and not my last video, but I think the video before that, if y'all wanted to do shots on Friday. So guess what? Today is Shot Friday. So shot. Grab your shots and let's get with it, okay? Let's get lit over here, okay? So here's my shot glass. I'm going to go ahead and do simple today. I'm going to give this a crown today, okay? You know, they say tap the bottle. Something that you got to do. I don't got nobody drinking with me, so it's just me. Forgive me if I'm sweating. It's hot. It's hot today. So I hope like I said, I hope everybody is doing well. I'm gonna go ahead and fill my shot glass up. I saw this thing on TikTok, y'all. Whew. They say if you breathe out and then take the shot and then breathe out again, you ain't supposed to be able to taste it. I think they perping, but we're gonna give it a try today. Okay? I feel like I'm far away from y'all today. Excuse me if I move this. I know this is ghetto. Y'all probably like, she just ghetto. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing what I can. Without my help, my daughter be leaving me. Okay. That's real ghetto. Please forgive me as I fix my camera. Just ghetto. Sorry. All right. Fix my camera. Bring my boo back in. All right. So, cheers to the weekend. I know some of my cousins is on here. Hey, cuz. Take your shot. You ready? We're going to try this out. I'm going to breathe out. Oh, y'all. Okay. That worked. It don't burn. Girl, TikTok be knowing something. I don't know who be coming on TikTok with the stuff, but it's crooked, sorry. I don't know who be coming on TikTok with that stuff, but they be knowing something. So that was Shot Friday. Hopefully everybody took their shot with me. Let's hop right into it. Today I just got something noodle, something simple. I'm supposed to be going out with my friends, so I wanted to do something light. So I probably never gonna finish these. It's like 2 times spicy noodles. So I don't even know where I left off at yesterday. Oh, I think I left off with burn my stomach. Ethic saying that he wanted to propose to that he wanted to marry Alani. I am hot, y'all. And that shot ain't gonna make it no better. But okay. So he had asked Nair, like, could you give me, the information for her mother and her father? I can find them so I can let them know that, this is what I'm trying to do. So Nair was successful. He came through and he got him the address for her mom. So he went to go and meet her mom. So her mom, I don't know if y'all know. I don't even know if they said before right now. But anyway, he go to see her mom and she's staying at like one of these rinky-dink hotels or whatever the case may be. And so when he pull up, he look around. Like, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, he done pulled up over there in his Range Rover, the Jack Boy's dream, And he sat in the car for a minute, contemplate, like, should I really do this or should I just leave this up to her? But I do really want to let them know that I want to let them know that they can take care. They don't have to worry about her no more. I got her covered. If they did worry about it, because apparently they don't. So he got out of the car. He went to knock on her door. And so she peeped through the window. And he was kind of taken aback because her mother looks just like her, but just an older version. And so she opened the door and was like, not all the way, but she opened the door, kind of like cracked it, and he was like, I think her name might be Joy. I think her name might be Joy. Oh, yeah. So he said, are you Joy? And she like, not of Joy. Oh, you know money. I'm not. And she said, I'm here about your daughter. Um, and then before he could get it out, the girl said Nika, and he was like, Nika. So that instantly made him think, excuse me, like, well, that's crazy that her own mom calls her Lanika and not Alani. Everybody who she loves and who, you know, she cherishes and has a relationship with, they get to call her Alani, but her mama call her Nika. Not only do her mama call her something different, but her mom don't even call her La Nika. She just call her Nika. So they just done went straight hood. Like, we taking the love out. So they really ain't even on no speaking terms if you ask me. So he go in there and he basically tell her like so her mama asked like, well, how she land a big money man like you or whatever the case may be. And she said, I hope she said, pulling up on me in your fancy truck, clothes, smelling like money. You fine too. And she like, I hope she having relations with you, right? Because she said the F word. And she said she better be having relations with you real good. I taught her, she done lucked up. And so Ethic kind of felt some type of way about that. Like, what do you mean? Like you taught her, or that she must be loving me real good. Like, what did you teach her? You know what I'm saying? Like most women, I know I'm a mother and I'm not going to teach my daughter how to have relations with no man. I'm just not. Not until she grown anyway. And I'm not going to teach her. But if she asks me some questions, I'm definitely going to enlighten her. But I definitely ain't finna be teaching her how to, no. So, he said, nah, I'm the one that lucked up. She's a beautiful girl. He said, you be careful with her. She's selfish and she, all that pretty and she don't ever want to share it with her mean ass. And so Ethic is like, well, who is she obligated to share it with? Because now he on the defense. Like, what do you mean? Like, and Joy don't know, but she's basically telling him about Alani's childhood without having to really reveal it. And he's getting upset. Okay. He has signed up now to be her protector, to take care of her, to make sure she okay, to love her the best way he know how. And now he feeling like I got to go ahead and lay somebody out, mama included, because somebody didn't take care of my baby right. So he told her, like, I want to marry your daughter. And she said, you want to marry Nika? Good luck with that. She needs family. His mama, Ethic, says she needs family and you're her mother. And she don't talk about you much and she probably will never admit it. But I feel like she needs you. And her mama said, Joy said, I'm not interested. So he said, she's not particularly interested either. Nobody. So calm down. I ain't coming here on her behalf. I'm coming here on my own. He said, but you don't get to choose where you come from. You can choose where you're going, though. She said, I'm not going anywhere near that girl. He like, damn. Like, like, what type of relationship could y'all have had that you don't want to even be involved with the daughter that you birthed? So, her mom was addicted to heroin, okay? So she's on heroin or whatever the case may be. So he asked her, like, you need help with that? And she like, you need some help with that? She said, and she said, you leave a couple dollars and I'll show you where Lanika learned all her shit from. So Ethic frowned and stood up. Because now he pissed. You know how about, because see, now you done made me mad. So she said, he said, I just wanted to let you know that your daughter, she's safe with me. And so she went to try to touch him, you know what I'm saying, in the inappropriate way. He like, hey, never touch me. Like, don't ever put your hands on me, ma'am. And so he said, you should really catch her blessing. She's one. He said, you ever want to get right with her, the child you birthed? The child, I'm feeling like you might have done some foul shit too. And it's taking everything in me not to press it to you about it. You ever want to make that right, you call me. I'll get you off that shit and help you reconnect with your child. With her. She's your child. I don't know if you think about her or worry about her, but you don't have to no more because I got her covered. She's mad and I'm taking care of her. But for what it's worth, I think she needs you. She'll never ask for you. She'll never seek you. She'll never come after you. But that's not her job. She's your child. You're the parent. Like, you're supposed to be the one seeking for her. He said, get yourself together and come see me about your daughter. I think there's a void in her life. A few voids. Some I've caused. I like to fill this one. And so he went to the door, okay, shaking his head. And he felt some type of way. Like, I shouldn't even probably came. I probably shouldn't even came here because now I'm feeling some type of way. Like, now I want to push it to your mama because I feel like she didn't had you doing all type of stuff you ain't supposed to do. I really believe that Alani was violated as a kid. I don't really know if I can't remember if I know it's not disgusting ethic, but I do believe that it's disgusting butterfly. But she was violated as a kid, and of course it was involuntary, something against her will, and I think that that's the reason why she separates the two. That's why she has Alani and she has Lanika. Like, Alani is a different person. She's wholesome, she's safe, she's secure. Lanika is the one who all the drama was done to, all of the ill will was happened to her, all of the childhood things that happened, it all happened to Lanika. And that's why I think that she separates the two. Like, she doesn't allow people to get in because she's trying to keep herself safe. So it's messed up. But so he was gonna go to her daddy too. He like, nah, I'm not even about to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and go on home and go get my baby, because I feel like now I owe it to her to love on her a little bit more and be a little bit more protective for her, because I feel like her mama done ran some stuff, done did some stuff to her that she's probably going to think about for the rest of her life. So he goes home, and when he come in, Alani is getting dressed because they have to go to a dinner. They have to go to a dinner at Nair's house. He kind of like invited a whole bunch of people over, some politicians and, you know, some people like that, people from the neighborhood, people who he do big money things with, or whatever the case may be. And so they having a dinner, and he invited Ethic and Alani. And so he goes into the house, and she's singing. Like I said, he feels some type of way about the conversation that he just had with Joy. Even though there was no possible way he would have known her before now to keep her safe when she was a kid, he feels like it was on him to make sure that Alani is okay. So, my neck looks slim, y'all. Sorry, it's the drink. Don't worry about it. So, he go upstairs, and we gonna be friends. All of my subscribers, we friends. So, y'all just gonna have to take me for who I am. Sometimes I'm a riot, okay? Sometimes I'm calm, cool, and collective. Other times, I'm the life of the party. I'm that mess it up friend. I'm that friend. So, forgive me. But, so he go in the house, and he's such in a rush to get to her, because like I said, he feels like, man, like I can't believe that her mama would, you know, not take care of her properly and let her be violated however she let her be violated. Because like I said, he doesn't know exactly what it was, but the mom basically put it out there like, you know, it is what it is. So when he go in the house, he like hurry up and get to her. He don't take his shoes off, and he like, I know she gonna be fussing about me not taking my shoes off on the carpet. He was like, but I just need to get to my baby. So he go upstairs. She's singing that Alicia Keys song, If I Ain't Got You. And so she like, Ethic, your shoes. He like, don't worry about it. Okay, just don't worry about it. So she getting dressed and getting ready. He give her a hug, and he hug her real tight, because now he hugging her for the lack of her mom. You know, he hugging her real tight. And I think he might have kissed her. He crossed the space of the room and put a strong hand to her neck, pushing her against the mirror. The energy behind his kiss made her gasp. So he told her, like, get real pretty for me tonight, baby. And so she like, okay, I'll be ready in 5 minutes. But he knew she was lying. He did downstairs and on the couch, because he already ready. Even though she done showered first and got ready, he just still waiting. But for Ethic, this is like a new thing for him. Like being in a relationship with somebody that is solely his, that belongs to him. And he appreciates those small things, like sitting on the couch waiting for your girl to get ready, even though you've been ready for about an hour now. He values them, and he's excited. Like, you know how you be like, it's cool, I'll wait on my baby all day. Okay, again, God, send him on down. So she's like, I'll be ready in 5 minutes or whatever. And so when he come downstairs, she like, Ether, get off my pillows. And he think it's funny, because it's like, girl, you ain't pick nothing out in here, but now everything you hear belong to you. Get off your pillows, take your shoes off on your carpet. Like, Alani, gone. But Ethic is so smitten with Alani that there's nothing for real that she can do that he's not taken aback by. So he like, it's a couch, baby, like it's meant to be sat on. And so when he turned around and saw her, she was dressed. I think she had on a black dress. Y'all know the black dress is like a symbolization for him and her. She feels like he's the only man that she'll wear a black dress for, because he always talked about how his mom would put her favorite black dress on Fridays and be ready for her dad, his dad or whatever. So and she like Ethic, and he just standing there. She got on black dress and stiletto. His woman, one he was so grateful for, one that he would never take for granted because he knew the commitment it took for her to stay. He couldn't form words. She frowned and stepped to the side like, baby, what or whatever. And so he didn't even speak. He just kissed her cheek, pulled back, grabbing her hand to lead her out the house. Ethic, she said, now mind you, she ain't been giving up no cookie, okay, in about 2 or 3 weeks. So as they was going to the door, she called his name like, Ethic. And he like, yeah. And she was holding her panties on her fingers. She was like, I finna knock something off, okay, tonight. She's like, I mean, we can be late. You know, I'd be like, if you want to be late, we can do that. So they go, he came and picked her up or whatever the case may be. And I think they was like outside by the car or whatever the case may be. So they was outside doing what grown people do when they ain't did what grown people do in a long time. And so it was like before he could get a chance, he noticed that she was like afraid. He was like, just breathe. Like nothing that I ever would do will hurt you, but it's been a long time or whatever. So he went on in here. She said, go slow. And he said, I ain't got no choice, baby. He said, this stuff got me weak. Like I ain't been in there in so long. He said, I ain't been in there so long. Like, you done kept the cookie away from me. And I gotta go slow. Because if I don't, I'm going to shoot the club up real fast. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to ease into this thing. Like, I ain't going to take it at rapid speed. I'm going to go ahead and slow walk this thing. Because if I don't, the club going to be shot up instantly. So they outside in the driveway, and he telling her like, hey, don't keep this from me no more. She like, I want, I'm so sorry. She get to calling him daddy. He like, keep on saying that because you know I like that. And so they get to doing what grown people do in the garage, and they doing it like real grown people do, not like fake grown people, but like real grown people. And if you never read Ashley Antoinette book, these scenes when they do what grown people do, be having you like, dang, I probably need to go do what they doing with somebody else that's grown up. So they go in the house after everything is said and done. They go in the house and they of course they have to get themselves cleaned up because they was outside doing what grown people was doing. And ooh, look at me. And so he tell her like, I'm going to Jess' bathroom because if I go in the same bathroom with you, we're gonna be going through round 2, and we already late. So he go in the guest bathroom to get dressed, but it didn't work because he still snuck back in the bathroom with her, so they can go ahead and do round 2. Round 2 was quick, but it was more intense than round 1, she said. So they finally get dressed and get out of the house or whatever, and they're on their way to Nayir's house. So they get there. They get out of the car, they go to the door, they get to knocking on the door, and she just still so like, you know, in awe and on a high from them having they grown up time. She rubbing him. He like, hey, please stop, because if you don't stop, I'm gonna definitely be having grown up time with you in one of Nayir's bathrooms. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. So she started laughing, and so he like stuck his hand up her dress and you know, went to say hello to her lady parts, and when he took his hand out. Because Ethic is just mannish, okay? Took his hand out, you know what I'm saying? Went on ahead and licked it off of there. Yeah, give me a man like that, somebody, okay, period. And then before Nayir said something to him, he heard him put his hand in his pocket. He's like, what's up, bro? He like, what's up, bro? You know, so they shake hands, they get to know each other or whatever. So this next scene is probably one of the most intense scenes in this book. I was about to skip it, but I got time, so I'm going to just go ahead and dive into it. So put your seatbelt on and bear with me because it's like bam, 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 bam. It's like thing after thing. So he go in, and then Ethic he's secure who he is, but he doesn't do like large crowds of people that he don't know. If you notice, like Ethic don't really have no friends, like nobody that he like, you know, go out and have a drink with, or somebody that he kick it with on the weekends or nothing like that. Like, he don't have none of that. Like, he just a solitude man. He's a man of all men. His family and his girl basically is the only people that he have. So he don't really do large crowds or things like that. So when he go in, he like, it's a lot of people in here. You know, like it's just a lot of people, and it's a lot of faces that I don't know. Like I'm uncomfortable. She's like, it's okay. So she hold his hand and they go through the crowd. So Anaya basically like, I want to introduce you to some people because I don't, well, in a couple books, maybe book 5 or 4, I don't remember which one right now. But when he was on the block cleaning out in his garage and he kind of turned over all those guns and got the boys to like, respect him. Nair wants him to kind of take that to the next level. So he's trying to introduce him to people, politicians and people around the city who can, he can tie with to do those things for the city or whatever, because they respect Ethic for the man that he is. So he feels like the Ethic can do big things when it comes to stuff like that. So, he's shaking a couple people's hands or whatever. So he introduces him to a guy named Mercy. Now, if you are actually Antoinette fan, Mercy is from Love Burn. And Mercy and I don't really want to say who, but just Mercy, he's from Love Burn. And so you have to go and read it because it's a real good book. It's kind of like a 4 short stories. But that's who he introduced him to. And so Mercy is kind of tied into Zaya. And so he like, hey, she told me to let you know. He like, I don't know who that is. He like, she told me you would say that. He was like, and I still don't know who that is. Like, Ethic don't discuss no business with people who he's uncomfortable with. And Zaya being at the level she is in the game, like, he definitely knows, like, I'm not about to, take no chances on a stranger to reveal who she is, because Zaya on the run from the United States. She lives in Italy and France and all that, because she can't come over here. So he shake a couple hands or whatever. So then she also runs into a girl named Noni or whatever. And Noni's like, oh, hey, like, where you been? Like, I was looking for you. Just kind of like disappeared off the face of the planet. She was like, yeah. So now Alani's uncomfortable. And so she was like, telling her friend, she was like, oh, this is the woman whose baby I was going to adopt. And so Ethic like, like, what? So before this time, she runs into, I think the girl's name is Zora. And she like, oh, hey, how you been? Alani, I ain't seen you in so long. And she was like, so this is Ethic, my man. And she was like, this is and she was like, my everything. And she's like, hi, nice to meet you. He said, nice to meet you. And she was like, so I guess I could just give up all hope that you and I are going to get back together. So like now it's silent, like, what? Like, so of course, Ethic didn't know that Nair and Alani had any type of relationship. So on top of that, then he runs into the girl Noni, and Noni says, like, what happened to you? You just disappeared off the face of the planet, and I didn't get a chance to figure out if I was going to be able to adopt your son or adopt your baby. And she was like, yeah, well, I lost him. She was like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. So once Ethic heard that, he left. But I gotta go. Like, this is just too much for me. I gotta get up out of here. Like, you got me in here with all these people looking crazy, and now they know all this stuff that I didn't even know. Like, I wasn't even privy to. Like, you ain't even tell me you was gonna get my son up for adoption. Like, not only that, you ain't never tell me that you and Nair was together. Now you got me shaking this man's hand, going to this man for counseling, trying to seek out friendship with him, and he was banging my girl. Like, girl, get me out of here. I was with Ethic, like, get out of there, get out of there. So he told her, like, I need a minute. Like, I got to get up out of here. Like, I'm not going to make it in here. I'm not going to make it in here. So she's like, Ethic, just wait. He like, nah, I got to go. Like, I have to go. I got to get up out of here. So he go outside. He's sitting on the porch, and she tried to go outside. Like, Ethic, I'm so sorry. He's like, you was about to just send my son out into the world without me? He was like, do you know what that would have did to me? Like, I don't have no daddy. My daddy just left me out here. He said, I would have murdered you. I would have took you out, Alani, if that's what you would have done. And I wouldn't have thought twice about it, because that's what you do, because you're a murderer. He was like, yeah, well, because that's who I am. Like, either you're going to go ahead and learn how to deal with that side of me, or you're going to have to keep it pushing, because right now, I want to choke the life out of you, because how dare you tell me you was going to send my son out into the world without me? Especially when you know I'm a product of a man who left me. Like, the nerve of you. Whether you was mad at me or not, like, whether you didn't want to have a relationship with me or not, the nerve of you to try to tell me you was going to get my son away, you wasn't even going to tell me. You was going to give my son up for adoption, have him going throughout the world thinking that I don't love him. Like, come on, Lanika, like, I would have offed you. I ain't even going to hold you. So as they outside exchanging, conversation back and forth, here come Nair outside. And he like, you good, Lanika? And she like, Nair was like, Ethic was like, yeah, she is. He was like, and I'm just curious, my G, what was you gonna do if she wasn't good? Like, what was you gonna do if she wasn't good? Like, what was you gonna do then? So she like, I'm okay, Nair, just please go in the house. And so he tried to come downstairs. He like, Nair, please don't come down the stairs because I'm telling you, today I'm gonna give you what you're looking for. So he come outside and they get the arguing back and forth, and he tell him like, this ain't what you want to do, and then everything just kind of went left, and then him and Nair get the tussle. Now he done socked him. They wrestling outside, not wrestling, but they exchanging blows outside. Cause Ethic like, if she wasn't good, what is you coming out here to check? What you gonna do? So now he mad at her like, you want me to be this man? That's why you want me to be all godly and turn over who I am because you want me to be like him? Like this whole time, is that what this been about? Like you decided to come back because you want to change me into who he is? This thing, it was intense. This is almost as intense as book 4 when Messiah left Blue on that line. So they fighting back and forth, they tussling back and forth, and then all of a sudden, a man comes to the door and is like, son. And Ethic instantly freezes. And so he turned around, and I be John Brown. It's his daddy on the porch. Now, mind you, Ethic daddy has been out of his life since he was 7 years old. Now Ethic is 35. What are you here for now? So when Ethic turned around and sit there with his daddy, he done went up on the porch, choked his daddy. I'm talking about punched him, choked him. Everybody trying to pry his hands off his daddy. He was like, where was you at? You left me to die. Like, I felt like I was right there in the car watching it all happen. And so now he done went from, I'm going to say on a scale of 1 to 10, he done went from like a 7 to a 12, because it's like, I feel like this is a setup. Like, y'all had me all come here to see these people and to all your dirty laundry allowed to be laid out. And then now here it is. I find out that my daddy is here. And why is he here? Because guess what? He's Nair's daddy too. Honey, not only is he Nair's daddy, but he's Zora's daddy too. So he done basically left Ethic and went to somewhere else and started a whole nother family without him, while Ethic tried to fend for himself at 7 years old. Baby, when I tell you, I was hot for him. He's like, you knew about this? Now he done went to Alani. And so when he walked up on her, she jumped like he was gonna hear her. He was like, oh. He's like, that's what you about to do? You about to try to paint that picture of me that I would hurt you, that I would abuse you? He's like, that's what you about to do? Like, I'll let you do a lot of things with Lanika, and I've done a lot of things, but you're not about to play me out here like I just be abusing you or like I would just really hurt you. So imagine where Ethic is right now. He done found out that his daddy is not dead, because he thought he was dead. That's the only reason why he felt like he didn't come back from him. Not only is his daddy not dead, but he got 2 kids. The guy who was counseling him done been smashing his girl, and that's his brother. He got a sister named Zora that he knew nothing about. She was about to give his baby up for adoption and didn't tell her. Her and Nair had a relationship like he is outside on $1 million. He like, man, I ain't gonna be able to do this. He's like, I just need a minute. And then she was like, no, Ethic, please, let's just talk about this. My man went past her and got in the car and said, nigga, fuck you. I was like, oh. But I felt bad for her because she didn't know that Ezekiel was Ethic's daddy. There's no way she would have known that. But the rest of that information, like, you should have told him if you was going to decide to build a relationship back with him. Girl, you owe him that. You owe him that explanation about Nair. You got him chumming it up with Nair, going out to have a drink at the bar, sitting in that man's office counseling on a Sunday. And you don't want to let him know that you was smashing him some years ago? Like, that's not okay, Alani. And not to mention you was going to get that man's son up for adoption and you wasn't even going to tell him. Like, it was just intense. So he left her there. He got in his car and he took off. And so I'm going to stop because so that's where I'm going to leave it at. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow though. So yeah, like that scene was so intense to me. Like, I felt like if it was a movie, I probably would have hold my breath the whole scene in the movie. It was that intense. So I don't think I did a thumbnail. I'm just so trifling. I just figured something out. Maybe I just do like this. So I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe not the same time, but definitely the same place. Thank you guys so much for watching. For everybody that watches my videos every day, you are the real MVP. Please continue to watch. Please continue to share. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for being with me and having Turn Up Fridays. Okay, we can't call it. We're gonna call it with your friend Fridays, okay? You know what I'm saying? With your friend Fridays, that's what we're going to call it. Shot Friday. So shots. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, bye my Juju bees.